guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an empties video for you all. Kind of like what I did last year, I saved all of the products I've used up throughout the year and I wanted to share them all with you and kind of give you my quick thoughts and if I would repurchase them or what I didn't like about them. We have a lot of trash to get through, so let's just get right into this video. Alright, so starting off with skincare, there are going to be a lot of skincare products in here just because that's the items that I use day and night every single day, whereas with like my hair and makeup, I'm not doing that every single day, especially last year. So starting off, we have these Sephora Glow Peel Pads. These are a glycolic acid pads. They're supposed to help with radiance and smoothness of your skin. These I found were just really quick and easy to use because all the pads were in here. I didn't have to get like a cotton swab to put the product on under anything. But I didn't necessarily notice a huge difference. I preferred the Ren Glow Tonic over these just because those I really did feel like was making my skin really glowy and helping with my discoloration. Whereas these, I liked them, but I think it was more just because it was an easy thing to use, not necessarily because I noticed a huge difference. Now moving into kind of the more treatment products. So I have the Ordinary Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. I didn't notice any sort of difference with this. I didn't notice anything. I can't remember what this was even supposed to do because nothing changed in my skin. So there's that. Now I also have the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5. So this is a hyaluronic serum. It's supposed to help with hydrating your skin. And I liked this, but I found that when I would use it in the mornings and I'd kind of put all my skincare on and then put my makeup on over it, my makeup would start to pill, or even like my lotion, it would not just settle into my skin completely. And I think it's because of this, because it hasn't happened since, and I've kept all the same products. So if I were to repurchase this, I'd probably only use it in the evenings, but other than that, I did like it because my skin gets really dry in the winter and I feel like I need just a lot of hydration in the wintertime. And now we have SkinCeuticals products. So this was my first time purchasing anything from the brand and I did really like these products. I haven't repurchased them since, but I definitely think in the future I will. So starting off, we have the Discoloration Defense. This is a multi-phase serum, targets visible discoloration for brighter looking skin. This has a little pump and it comes out in like this orange color. And I found that it sunk into the skin really easily and it worked well like under my makeup. I didn't have any issues. The only thing is if I used too many drops, it wouldn't completely absorb into the skin and there'd be like an orange mark around my face because I didn't blend it in very well, but that's my fault. But I did like this and I felt like these two products that I got, it really helped with starting off diminishing the appearance of my marks. The next product I purchased is the Advanced Pigment Corrector. This is a daily multi-layer treatment to reduce stubborn discoloration and prevent reoccurrence. I wouldn't say this helped completely with reoccurring marks, but it definitely helped a majority of them. Because, I mean, pretty much every time I get an acne scar or an acne or anything, a mark would be left behind. But this did help with that, and yeah, again, this was really light, absorbed into the skin really well, worked fine under my makeup. Alright, now we have some more serums. I have the Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiance Serum Complexion Correcting. Now, I had high hopes for this. I had heard that this was like way better than kind of vitamin C products, and I just thought it was going to be the best product ever. Unfortunately, I didn't really notice a difference with this. I liked the consistency. I liked that it, again, absorbed into the skin really well, but as far as it being complexion correcting, I didn't really see that. So that was kind of a bummer, but it just didn't work for me. And now I had this sample size of the Biossance Squalene and Phytoretinol Serum, but this is, it says it's an anti-aging serum with niacinamide and it targets fine lines, wrinkles, and sun damage. It says this is the serum acts like a retinol, visibly fighting signs of aging without sensitizing or irritating effects. I really liked this, and I would probably eventually purchase the full size. I mean, I don't necessarily know if I saw a noticeable difference in like fine lines or whatever, but I felt like my skin just was so plump, and I loved that. So I did really like this. Eventually, I would purchase the full size, for sure. Now we have eye creams. Oh, eye cream. So like I've said before, I have very dry under eyes, and I don't know, they're pretty stubborn. So I finally finished the Clinique All About Eyes Rich Eye Cream. I said this in my last Empties video. I did not like this. It was too thick for me, and I don't feel like it did anything for my under eyes. They just still felt dry, and I didn't like the texture of this at all. I like something that's a little more creamy and lightweight that absorbs quickly, because even though this is thicker, maybe it's supposed to be more hydrating, it didn't do that for me. I also got the Sephora Brightening Eye Cream, the Hyaluronic Acid Brightening Eye Cream. This too, it didn't do anything for me. This was a little bit of a lighter weight consistency, but it didn't hydrate my under eyes. They were so dry, and I would get those bumps again, and I was just not a fan of this one. So after I used up both of those, I repurchased the Mario Badescu Hyaluronic Eye Cream, which this I do love. I love this one. I love the Avocado Eye Cream from Kiehl's. Those are kind of like my two favorites. I'm trying out a different one right now from Origins, but these two, they just really work for me. So I will probably repurchase this again in the future. So I somehow only have one moisturizing lotion product here. I don't know how that's possible because I use this day and night, but apparently we only have one. So I was kind of debating on what I wanted to purchase next as far as my moisturizing product. So in the meantime, I had just purchased the CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion just from the drugstore. This is for more normal to dry skin. I actually have like normal combination oily skin, but I had used this before. I like it. It's lightweight, absorbs into the skin. I don't have any issues under makeup or anything. So this is just a good one to try or use if you don't necessarily have a special one, or if you don't necessarily want to spend any big money on a product. This one's good. And then for face masks, we have the Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor Mud Purifying Black Mask. So this is supposed to help with purifying, refining, decongesting, hydrating mask. It is nutrient and mineral rich. It helps purify and refine the look of skin. It hydrates, minimizes the look of pores, fine lines, and wrinkles. I specifically bought this for kind of purifying my skin. A lot of the time it just gets really congested when wearing makeup or the face masks, and I found that when I use this a few times a week, my skin would clear up. I definitely learned last year and probably the year prior that for face masks to work, you really have to consistently use them throughout the week. I can't do just like one a week and then I'll be good. I have to use it a few times a week and for it to actually work. But I did like this. I haven't repurchased it. The only thing I didn't like was that I wish it was like a peel-off mask, because when you have to take it off, it's just kind of a mess. But that was the only drawback for this. It did work. I liked it. Alright, now we have makeup products. I seriously only have 6 items here. Makeup was not really a thing I was wearing last year and still hasn't really been, except for on the weekends. But starting off, we have this primer. This is the Urban Decay Pore Perfecting Primer. I've had this for way too long. I got it at Ulta because one of the salespeople were like, oh, you should try this out for your pores. I didn't like this. I didn't like the feeling of it on my pores. I didn't notice a difference, and I felt like throughout the day I would just get more oily and my pores would be larger. So I did not like this at all. I would not repurchase it. I'm so glad I finally just used it up because I couldn't stand it. Now we have a mascara. This is the NYX Faux Lashes Mascara. I got this for like my NYX First Impressions video, and I didn't like this at all. This was a mess. It just got all over the place. There was like little flake fibers on it that would just get all over my face. It did nothing for my lashes. I wasn't a fan of this. Then we have the Glossier Boy Brow. I like this, but I just feel like this was more wet than the Benefit brow product. Yeah, and then I have the ColourPop brow product, and it's very similar to this one. So if I were to repurchase anything, I would just do the ColourPop one as opposed to the Glossier one. Then we have the Physicians Formula Healthy Glow Bronzer. This I've had for a while too, and I gotta get rid of it because there isn't any product that's coming out of here. I really like this. I think it works really well with my skin tone, and it looks really nice. I'm really tired of using it. I've been using it for probably way too long, and eventually I'll repurchase it, but for now I just kind of wanted to use up some of my bronzers because that's something I really love to purchase, and I have too many now. The last product I am just getting rid of. I've had this for years. I'm sure this is one of the first products I ever purchased as far as makeup goes, and it was from MAC, and it is the MAC lipstick in the shade Snob. I don't know what I was thinking. This was like a big deal back in the day when I first started watching YouTube videos. I wanted this so badly, and it is horrible. It's a very cool toned pink. It does not look good on me at all. And even though it's like satin, I feel like it's very drying. And I was going through my lipstick products a while back, and I'm like, I gotta just get rid of this. I'm holding on to it because it was one of my first purchases, but I hardly worn it. I mean, that's practically a whole lipstick tube still. But yeah, that one I'm just cutting ties. Gotta get rid of it. Okay, now we have some self-tanners. I wanted to try the Ulta Beauty Bronze Glow Self-Tanning in the Ultra Dark Express Tan Tinted Mousse. This is a 1-hour express tan. This was definitely really fast. It was like a green-based tanner, so you get more of like the olive tone tan instead of an orange or red tone tan. But this was so hard to take off. It would last probably, 4 to 5 days, and then it'd start getting really patchy, but you would have to scrub your skin so hard for this to finally come off. Even then, it was still there. So I wouldn't repurchase that because it was too hard. Like, it's great that it lasted, but then when it starts to get patchy, it was impossible to take off. But it was a good color. Just way too hard to take off. And then we have the Jergens Natural Glow Instant Sun Deep Bronze Tanning Mousse. This is just from the drugstore. I'm pretty sure I used this a couple years ago, and I thought I really liked it, so I picked it up again when I finished that one up, and I don't like it. This is too orange. It doesn't last very long on me, and yeah, it's way too orange for me. I don't remember it being that way, but no. It's not good for me. And finally, we have hair products. So last year, I feel like I really learned how to use dry shampoo, because before, I never really liked it. My hair was always still oily, and then I realized, I think it's because I wasn't using enough product. So last year, I definitely learned how to use it properly, and I started off with the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. Everyone loves this dry shampoo from what I hear or what I see. I cannot stand the smell. I think it smells horrid, and because of that alone, I would not repurchase it. I don't even care if it was great. The smell, I couldn't stand it. It smells, I don't know, it didn't smell good when I was using it, so I wouldn't repurchase a full size of this. But I went to the drugstore and I'm like, let me try Batiste again, because I had used it before, but I didn't like dry shampoo back then. And I bought Batiste, and I am in love, so in love. I've used so many of these. I have 7 here alone, and I've probably used more than 7. Yeah, this is a lot. I go through it pretty quickly because I don't wash my hair every day. I wash it probably every 3 days. So I definitely am using this every single day, and I love this stuff. My favorite scents are probably the original, the fresh, and I've recently been trying the clean and light bear, and this is definitely, it's a lot more lighter feeling than the other two. But yeah, this is really great. This is good stuff. It works. And I also started using some of the Kristen S products at Target. I picked up the Kristen S Weightless Shine Leave-In Conditioner. This is a detangler, softens, strengthens, moisture sealing, shine enhancing. I really liked this. It did a really good job at detangling my hair, is where I noticed the biggest difference, and it smells really good. I like the scent of it at least. So I'll definitely repurchase this. I also picked up the dry conditioner, which this you kind of use with your dry shampoo. It's supposed to instantly soften, shine boosting, weightlessly moisturizing, oil and odor absorbing, UV and heat protection. I liked this. I don't know if I would repurchase it though, because I mean, it made my hair softer, sure, but I don't know. I wasn't crazy about it. And we have a volume lift product. My hair is very just no volume. There's nothing going on here. So I purchased this John Frieda Volume Lift Blowout Spray Fine to Full Spray. But I really didn't notice a difference of this with this either. There's like still some product in here because I was just over it. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this one. We have the Paul Mitchell Smoothing Super Skinny Serum. I've had this for so long and I finally basically used it up. I've had this for years. It's great at what it does, but it's like thicker, and so you need the tiniest amount, and it takes years to use, and I don't like that because I like to use a bunch of products, and I couldn't when I had this. So I finally used it up pretty much. I'm just done with that. And I don't think I'll repurchase this because it's just took me too long to use. And then the last product we have here is another sample. I got a bunch of these samples in this little sample kit from Sephora last year. This is the Playa Endless Summer Spray. It's a sea salt spray. This smells so good, and it's a sea salt spray, so it kind of gives you that texture, but it doesn't make your hair feel crunchy or dry. It just gives it this beautiful sea salt texture that you've been at the beach all day, but not like too crazy. And it smells so good. I couldn't tell you what it smells like, but it smells good. So I will definitely repurchase the full size of this when summer comes along. And alright guys, so that's it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed going through all of my trash with me. I can finally throw all this away. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.